man. So today I'm here with the man himself.
That's it.
Peter Aragu, man. Hey, Gambian / Nigerian militancy,
mixed
fam.
blood,
You
mixed
get me,
blood,
man?
mixed race, mixed blood.
Can't get any more militant than that,
it.
man. That's right. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about, your profession, yourself, man, and, just tell us about the origins.
Okay, so it was a weird story. So when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna join the army one day. Infantry soldier, blah blah blah, this and that. But it's just a thought in your head when you're younger. And when I was in school, when I was doing my exams and stuff like that, my results, they weren't good. They weren't good. And I was just like, crap. This army thing could be a real thing, because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. Like, I would have been 18 years old, probably chilling in Craig Villa still. I went back to Craig Villa, that's what I placed. But I would be there just alive. So I was just like, you know what, let me apply for this army thing. So I did that, got in straight away, blah blah blah. They were almost happy to have me. They were like, come.
That's it, man.
They're dragging me.
I see they're always trying to recruit, fam. Everything I go to on every web page, fam, is telling the army needs you. They need
always.
You, fam, like, bruv.
And so, but the thing is though, while I was still in school, I kept putting off the army, because I was like, do I really want to sign my life away? Do I really want to do that? So for a whole year and a half, I sat on it.
Okay.
And so I applied when I was 16, but then I didn't join till I was 18.
Okay.
Because I just kept sitting on it. And then what actually got me to go was, so the guy that was dealing with my recruitment sent me an email, was just like, do you even want to join? Because he was getting annoyed.
Of you,
he was getting annoyed of me just putting it off.
Them things,
And then I was just like, yes. Then he was just like, okay, perfect. I can put you in selection this week, and then you can go to phase 1 the week after. And I was just like,
no wasting time.
I'm still in my 6th-year exams, I can't do all that. Bear in mind, I was basically wasting time in 6th year doing nothing. But I wanted to finish 6th year, even though, just because why not, to be the first male to actually do it in my household, regardless of my results or anything like that. I just wanted to do it.
That's it. This ain't no regular job, How did you feel first time going away on your first, tour?
I didn't necessarily go on like tour like Afghanistan and your Iraq.
Okay.
I just went to like different countries like Gambia and stuff like that, the France and stuff like that, to do training as well as learning, obviously. So I mainly did them. I never got to go to the big ones.
The big ones.
The big ones. I was never lucky enough. Unlucky enough, I can say.
Trust.
But obviously it would have been something I'd like to have at least attempted or gone to.
Callback still pending.
I'm broken. I'm too old and frail.
Them ones, man. It's when you're younger, them ones there.
Now I'm just
still would have had a mad adventure though, I'm sure.
Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't go back necessarily.
But how did you feel like first time going away to it then, like?
When I first got there, I was just like, this is amazing, because the first time I went away, so I went to Gambia, and I'm half Gambian, it was a free trip home, basically. And then I was obviously working with the Gambian army, working on their vehicles, because I was a mechanic by trade. In the army, so we're working with their vehicles, and we're obviously doing like your infantry stuff as well. Your basic soldiering. We're out in the field and stuff, but the main one, we're in the barracks, showing them our tools, how we compare, how the lifestyle is different. So obviously that was like big on its own. That was my first time away. That was the first time there. Then I went skiing in Austria. For some competition that I didn't even know about. I'd never been skiing before, like properly, so that was a first. But I've done skiing before. It's not easy, bruv. It's not easy. And then they were like, "Oh, you have 4 days to learn how to ski and then compete in this competition." I was just like,
it's just something like to represent the British Army and them.
My regiment. So don't get me wrong, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So I wouldn't.
You say you were natural, or?
It wasn't necessarily
got the hang of
difficult to do skiing. It was just when you have to stop
Yeah.
That's when I was just like, oh my days.
It
You
just-
know, like
yeah.
going round corners doing your thing.
You didn't hit the dry slopes first,
No,
though.
no, they just threw us straight
Threw us in the deep end.
They're like, go straight, go do it.
Mad thing.
So that was good, but obviously, when I was trying to stop, instead of stopping, I would just crash. I would just dive on the floor and be like, yeah, I'm done.
Guys, so I'm here with my broski, man. Peter, Aragu, man. Yeah, fam. And you know me, man. I always like to give myself a little bit of a challenge. So, you know, Peter's a military man. And, you know, obviously he's been eating them pull-ups and press-ups for breakfast, fam.
If I don't do well today, I'm in trouble.
it's shame on you, innit? I'm joking still, man. But yeah, nah, we're going to see how it goes, innit, man? See who could get the most pull-ups within 5 minutes. And yeah, hopefully I win. Little disclaimer on Peter's behalf, fam. He's got a little arm. He's an injured man, isn't it?
Look, I'm even wearing my watch with my right hand, so that's my excuse.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. But yeah, nah, he's gonna try and do his best, innit, fam? But yeah, you know, I'm at a disadvantage already, anyways, man. So, yeah. So we've obviously adjusted now. 5 minutes is a long time, so we're gonna set up for 2 minutes right now, and then see how well he can do. Without further ado, let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice, my bro. Jeez, no playing, you know. That's it, brother. You can come down when you need to as well. My man was in the zone, blood. Preserve your energy in that, fam. Obviously, we're going to total it up in it after the video. See how much you've done. 15 there. He's already keeping count, man. Don't need to tell him twice. Come on, 16, 17, 18, 19. Nice, my brother. 20. Nice, bro. Come on, breathe. Shake it off.
Arms are burning.
Yeah, man.
Switch grip.
That's it, straight. Different grips now. Jeez. The arms are feeling it right now, aren't they?
Arms are dead. Should have started with this. Okay.
Nah, it's all good. Nice. So beast it. Shake it off. We've got 20 seconds left. Oh man, eat that pain. 30. Nice, bro. Jeez. Yeah. Come on. Push that last one in, fam. You got that, man. Jeez. Alright. There we have it, man. All in all, we ended on 30, fam. 30. Hard to beat still, man. One hand, fam. One hand, man. Big ups, my guy. Alright, yeah, fam. Man beats you, fam. Man does this on a daily too, fam.
Okay. Let's see. Ready?
Let's go, man.
Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Am I starting off too strong?
11. Nah, you're doing it. 12, 14, 15. Look at this. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Woo! 21. Let's go.
Let's have that. We got plenty of time.
20 and 40 seconds. Come on. That's pace. 21. 22. 24. 25. 26. Come on. 30 is easy for you.
So easy.
Look at that. They don't know him, son.
They're burning though. I've got to shake it off. This is gonna take most of the time.
Come on. Let's go. 27. Come on, push. 28. Come on, whoa. 29.
Arms are fucking burning, blood. I think you got time, but it's racing on you.
That's it. 29, let's go.
Let's get 31.
30. Come on. 31, come on. 32. Nice. Nicely done. The work is done. So how do you feel?
That's a good sport right there.
How does he feel? That's it.
Oh, bro. I felt that one there, man. It's been a minute since I've done that properly.
20 and 40 seconds. That's some pace.
I burnt out too quick though, because usually I try to split it up a little bit, 10, 10, 10 and that, but it gets tiring, fam.
That's what I'm
saying. Kind of things. I challenge any one of you to do it as well, man. Obviously. I'd imagine joining the army is probably the highest possible risk job you can go for. Like, it's not one of them ones that you're guaranteed to return back home.
That's
them ones. So the biggest question I'd have for that is, how was that breaking that to African mother?
Oh my days. That one was like, the way my parents, well, I should say parents, because my dad was more, understanding. He was just like, because he's had family there, but he knows what it's like in the Nigerian army. Yeah. But so he understood, and then he knew that I wasn't going to go to university anytime soon, because I didn't have the quals, and I just didn't want to do it at first. Yeah. So I was just like, I can either get an apprenticeship, or I can do this, get the quals and all the driving stuff as well as that, and then leave. And they're like, okay. So eventually, it started to get to them, because at first it was like, no, not happening, Yeah. Because I wanted to go infantry at first, obviously. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I didn't, because I would have got nothing out of that. Yeah. So then I started like looking for jobs, and then I saw mechanics, and I was like, oh, cars, this and that. At this point, I'd never even seen a ratchet. So I didn't even know anything about cars or mechanics or anything. But I liked the way, because I used to be like, oh, how do people change, like, the track on tanks? So it's got like a track on top of the alloys of the wheels. So they're not even wheels, they're like they look like just big alloys. And then it's got like a track that runs around it. I used to be like, how do people change that? Like, how do they change the engine on that? Because these are big vehicles. So then that was the main reason that like steered me towards it. So I was just like, okay, I'll try it. Well, don't get me wrong, I was a terrible mechanic. I was terrible. So my mom was just like, when I first told her, she just called me close. She's like, are you silly? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, are you silly? I was like, why, what's wrong? It's like, you think you're going to the army to run around in the field with some stupid weapon and do whatever? I was like, yeah, I can, I can do infantry, have fun with it. She's like, over my dead body.
Straight, man. They'd kill you before they let anyone in on the field. You know them ones.
I once said, I brought you into this world, and I won't be the reason you get buried in this world. I was just like, okay. So then I got my drawing books. I started looking through jobs. And I saw mechanic. And that inspired us. I was just like, I had all these questions about it. I started like searching. I was just like, what will set me up best? Because I was looking at like the qualifications you get out of each job, and I was just like, mechanics looks like that's the best one
for the
to get
future,
you
like afterwards, or
that will get you somewhere good. So I was just like, this is the one I want. I didn't care about being a mechanic in the army, or anything that came with it. I just cared about what came outside of being a mechanic in the army. So I just basically wanted to join to dissect all the good stuff I can get, like the driving qualification, and the NVQ, because it gives you like a NVQ free. And mechanical and maintenance engineering.
Like college qualification.
So not necessarily like
diploma.
It's a car one or anything. It's just engineering as a whole. Mad thing. So you can use that to like go to university. You can use that to do most jobs, as soon as they see that you're in the army, are just
man,
they're just like, yes.
Under the highest pressures, man. Like, you're doing up the same
so
kind of roles.
So they're just like, yeah, we want you, blah, blah, blah. So, like I say, like, interviews are great. So,
I can imagine that, man.
So, when I opened this up, I said to her, I was like, whoa. Yeah. I was like, look, this is what I can get.
You did your due diligence.
And this is what I can do.
Yeah.
And then that's when she started going,
okay,
you're gonna make a career out of it.
Okay,
fine. Then, so you know that's when she came on my side. Then I was like,
that makes
then
sense.
Then literally after I went to my phase 1. I'd see her posting on Facebook, telling her friends.
Yeah,
she's like, I was on
there.
I was like, you that wasn't a part of it. Now you want to be a part.
African parents.
I just laughed. I just said that I get that's funny.
Of course, man.
You know, that's funny.
Yeah.
But like I say, that's how it is.
That's
you know?
how it is, bro.
That's how it is.
Yeah, so you know, I got some army mates here and there. Yeah, man. One of my guys called Elliot Stones. He went to the army like 16. You know, but it's almost like they're sworn to secrecy. You know, about what goes on out there in the field, innit, man. So obviously, you know, respecting your privacy, kind of thing. Can you tell us a little bit, you know, expand a little bit about some of the things that might have gone on out there, the most shocking things, or the, you know, like, without, obviously, just as whatever you'd like to share. If not, then, you know, we respect your privacy as well.
Like I say, your guys are your guys, so you can't expose them and expose things that happen.
Okay.
But there's stuff that goes on that you're just like, because obviously when I joined, I was 18.
Yeah.
I'd never drank, never been to a club, never done anything like that. Never done anything. So when you go there, you see the lifestyles that people are living, that had lived before, and you just like, I'm in the right place, you know?
Yeah.
Because at first, that was I would say my hardest thing when I first joined, adapting to a whole new lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't drink or do any of this stuff, you were almost seen as a prude, you could say. Okay. So, you know, people treated you differently.
So I would have thought that as a place of, you know, major discipline, there's no, you know, like, there's no space for that. And that. Obviously, I know that, you know, there's a lot of army members to deal with the pressures that they go through on a regular basis. They have to find their vices and everything like that. But, you know, so I'm guessing you're saying it's a bit different in that regard.
Oh no, so the discipline is always there. Like, you know, you're still, when you lock in, you're locked in basically. Yeah. But there's always time to, you know, relax, have a joke, enjoy time with your friends. Because like I say, the best part and the most important part of it is knowing your guys and having fun with your guys. Yeah. Because these guys will be the guys that you make your best memories in your life with. Yeah, definitely. Like, because when you join, the lifestyle you live, some people wouldn't have even lived your lifestyle in the whole entire 80 years, 90 years, or however long, 100 years plus that people live.
Funny to say, you're young, well, sorry, so sidetrack there. You're younger than me, and I, you know, like the kind of knowledge you spill out, you know, I can definitely see that the maturity oozing out of you, man, because you've lived a, you know, a big life, man, a different life for certain.
Because I said, I could retire now, and I would have still lived the lifestyle someone that's like 70 has done. Because I've traveled to more countries that I can count on my hand.
Look at that.
I've done more things than I could count on my hand again. That someone would be like, you did that? And it's just like, and you've seen things, you've enjoyed things, good, bad, whatever, but you've seen it all, and the people you've done it with are your guys at the end of the day.
That's it.
You know, these are like
brotherhood there. Man.
So these are guys that, you know, you could try and be like, you'd still remember each and every last one of them.
Come on, man. My arms are spaghetti right now, fam. So which leads me on to my next thing. Life in the military, you know, they train you to adapt to some of the toughest pressures, toughest environments. You know, what is it that you tell yourself in order to persevere through that? You know, like, you know, I've had some jobs where I've been like, yo, I'm not going in on Monday. Like, are you silly, fam? There's no way I'm going in this, like, I need to feel free again. I need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, you know, you're there for years on end, you know, like, and you know that you're going to have to do the same thing week in, week out. How is it that you know, like, what is it that you did to keep yourself grounded, to prepare for that, man, mentally?
So, it's not necessarily preparation. It's what's like, what you get when you get there, because you think all this about the army. You know, you've seen the films, you've seen the TV shows, you've seen the books, whatever.
Yeah.
You're always like, oh yeah, it's gonna be rigid, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and you get there, and you know, every day. Because you can't just be like, oh, I don't want to come in today. Yeah. It's not like a normal workplace where you can be like, I don't feel like coming into work today, let me call in sick. Granted, you can do that, but you'd still have to prove why you're sick. You know, you couldn't just blag it.
It's not, it's not one of them.
And then, because you're always doing something new each day, that changes up your day. So rather than you go into an office, you're sitting by a desk for 8 hours, you're doing paperwork, you're talking on the computer. You could go into the workshop. A Land Rover might come in for fixing. A Foxhound might come in. SV might come in. Just different things.
So it keeps it exciting and it keeps it new.
You do PT every day. Your day is broken down so well. So you might wake up in the morning first thing, and then do PT. The PT is always different every day, and then there's just so many things that you can do. If you feel like, oh, I'm getting burnt out, you can request leave, so you have a lot of leave days to play with. You can just request leave, go home, recoup, come back, and then when you're on leave,
you have to come back though, innit?
You have to come back, So but when you go on leave, you'll be home for like 2-3 weeks, and in those 3 weeks you're just like, actually I just want to go back because I'm bored at home. Everyone's going to work and you're just chilling at home, chilling the bean, just trying to have life. You're just like, it's not the same.
It's a slower life back home, isn't it?
It's a slow life.
It's gonna lead me on to my next question though.
That's why you just a lot of the time you want to go back rather than you need to go back, because you're just like, I want to chill with my guys, I want to update them what's happened, because these are friends for life at the end of the day, and they make your life so much better. Because when you come back home, you can't relate with your friends as much, because they'll all be like living like, oh, I went to work today, I sat by a desk all day, and then you're like, oh, me and my bro, we just worked on this tank, or we worked on this Land Rover.
So what you're saying, like, since you've been back here, like, your old friends that you used to chill with a lot, would you say that there's a little bit of disparities now, like you ain't really chilling with them as much, as often, and that?
Definitely. Especially when I first came back, because
changed a lot of friendships.
Like my co-friends are still there. We're still friends to this day.
Of course.
But it's just like, there's still that difference between us that they don't quite understand fully. Like, you might say a phrase or a saying, and they might be like, what does that mean? And then now you have to explain it. If you were to be like a young friend, they would know instantly. The jokes are different, and they're more hitting compared to here. But don't get me wrong, after a while, you go back into routine again. You go back to like, just living a normal life where you're not, your day is not basically programmed for you, and you're doing all this. Now you can just like,
and probably even realize some of the things that you've learned. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of transitionable things that you can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant, man.